Hi everyone, I wanted to shoot a quick video on what to pack for Japan, and so I went ahead and packed last night, and I'm gonna show you all the parts. One of the things that you should have gotten at the last meeting is this pink paper. It has some Japan info on it, but it also had what to pack. Now, if perhaps you did not get it, you can go to the EF website and go down to the help center. There is a ton of stuff to read, but one of them is what to pack, something like that. And go all the way down to the bottom of that area and find the different countries and pick Japan. It looks like this. Oops, sorry. Looks like this. And it has a list of everything, which I'm gonna go through right now with you and show you how I packed it. Here is my luggage. So I have a carry-on. This has to fit in the overhead bin. This is my personal item. It has to fit under my seat where my feet are. And then I have, this doesn't count for anything. This is my neck pillow. And I'll have a hat on. This hat, most likely. But please bring your hats. One of the things, I don't know if you've noticed right now, is some gold looking yarn on each of these. These will be given to you at the airport by your chaperone based on what bus you're going to be on. I'm on the gold bus. There is also blue bus ones. And let's take a look at my luggage. All right, so I packed, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to unpack. These are the two things that I'm taking. I'm taking my backpack, and I'm taking my carry-on suitcase. Another thing that I have that I'll carry onto the plane is I have one of these neck cradles to kind of sleep in, pillow-like. But you can also see on my Amazon travel list one of these guys. This is a neck pillow. However, you can stuff it with whatever you want. It fits, somebody said 3 days worth of clothes. You want to put soft clothes in it if that's what you're going to do instead of this one. It doesn't count as a personal item. When you board the plane, you're allowed one personal item like a purse or a backpack has to fit under your seat, and then your suitcase, which goes in the overhead case. Like I said, this doesn't count, and you could pack 3 days worth of clothes in it. If you're going to use it as a headrest, you definitely don't want to get a lot of pokey clothes in it. Maybe put your pajamas, one set of clothes, and something. Maybe this is your if everything gets lost, you still got this. Do you have your wallet and your phone? Mine are all combined in that. Do you have a water bottle? This is going on the plane with me, but it has to be empty. And then these are the things that are in my backpack. So, first of all, I have my medication. So, I have a list of my medication and their printouts and their directions, as well as my medication in its original bottle. Have it all in one little case right here. Next, I have, this is the small case I'm going to carry around, not my big backpack when I'm in Japan. And it has things for credit cards. It protects RDF, something like that, that protects things from scanning. I have sunglasses. I have a micro cooling towel. I think it's a little bit expensive, but I wanted to show it to you guys, so I bought one anyways. I think they have them in Japan as well at the 7-Elevens. I'm putting everything in plastic bags so I can walk around with this, and when I need to pull it out, I can put it around my neck and keep cool. This keeps you cool for 2 to 3 hours. I put this guy in the Amazon packing list. However, it doesn't fit all travel sizes, and so I got a small, thin water bottle that fits in here, and I'll carry that with me. My passport. This will be in my pocket during the airport, but during the day in Japan, I will be carrying it inside here. I also have my money. I have a pen, and snacks in here for when I need something. That's kind of my everyday travel bag. Other things inside my big backpack, I have a change of clothes. So I got socks, undies, a pair of pants, and a shirt. You always want to have one set of clothes in your backpack. And then, what else do I have in here? I don't know if I'm bringing this, but I got my computer, probably bringing it or my my iPad. And just for my sake, you really don't need it. It's just, as a group leader, I'm probably gonna carry one. Some other things I have in here. I have a coin purse. Definitely gonna put that in this guy here because you're gonna get a lot of coins. I have some wet towels. I have some tissues. I have some Dramamine medication for getting car sick or anything like that. Another empty bag. And some Rolaids just in case your stomach is feeling a little gross from what you ate. So that's within easy reach. In here are my electronics. Oh, not quite. I brought a couple things to play with. So we have some Uno cards, some playing cards. You might want to bring something to play with, to read, entertainment. These were given to me. They're like to help you sleep on the plane. And some ear buds. They're not really earbuds. They block noise. And so you can sleep. I thought I'd stick that in there. I also have headphones that I'm bringing with me. This I'm going to carry in here. If you get motion sick, you might want to, at the plane, grab one of the barf bags because they're kind of free right there, and then you can carry this around with you. What else? So that's my one electronic area, but I also have in here, I have pens, and this is a fan to put on you. I don't know that I have it on right. There's the fan part. So this blows up air, and you can pick these up in Japan, I believe, but also I went ahead and picked one up here. You can get them on Amazon. I saw them available at Costco as well. Make sure you bring the charger because these need to be charged. This is my extra stuff. You do not need one of these, but I did bring some extra plugins. I have a battery pack charger that I will carry with me on my everyday pack. Just in case we need it, someone needs to charge up. I would suggest bringing your own because they get used up pretty quick. I also have the charger for my computer, and I have a charger for this is just something from my back. I have back issues and it just helps my back. Just a couple things I forgot. I am going to carry a microfiber wet towel with me because I hear that there's not a lot of places to dry your hands. So I'm gonna have this really damp, but yet I could clean my hands with it. And again, in a plastic bag. I will most likely carry this with me in my everyday pack, little pack. If you want, you could carry a fanny pack. This is a good place to put your passport. Carry it right on you, under your clothing, and easy access to your passport. You need your passport. You need to know where it is at all times. So you should be as conscious of your passport as you are of your phone, which you rarely lose. So otherwise, we're going to be spending a long time at the embassy, the U.S. Embassy, trying to get you a new passport, possibly days if it takes that long, and that means extra money is spent on staying in hotels that wasn't expected to be paid for. All right, time to talk about the carry-on suitcase. I gave you the sizes. I don't have them in the top of my head. Something 14, 20 by something else, 9. I'm not positive that's it. Look it up. It does include the wheels. It does include any handles sticking out because it has to fit in the overhead bins, and so you have to measure every part of it. Anyways, so I'm gonna unpack my stuff, and if you would like to, you can get those cubes and packing cubes. I don't usually do that, and I'm always thinking about how many days am I going to be there. So I'm gonna wear a set of clothes on, and I want at least 4 sets of pants, 4 sets of clothing. I will re-wear things, and plus I'm gonna buy souvenirs. So I'm sure I'm gonna have that. One of the things that I'm gonna take with me is this empty gym bag. I will fill this up with souvenirs, okay? And then at the end, I'll carry this onto the plane, and I will check this because it will be heavier with the souvenirs coming back. So here's some of the things that I'm going to have. Passport. This is the copy of my passport in my luggage. There's 2 of them. One needs to go in my backpack, and one stays in here for putting it in each of my pieces of luggage. I have some wet wipes. I have I use Gold Bond lotion, so I have it in a small amount here. I have, this is some soapy type things. I'll open this up. This is 3-in-1 soap from Sprouts, and it can be used as a body wash, shampoo, and then it's the right size. This one also is Magic Soap, and it's sort of the same thing. You don't have to bring both. I'm just giving samples. And remember that you can't take bigger than 3.4 ounces. This one's just 2, and it goes a long way. This is the size. This is the traveling size, 3 ounces of toothpaste, more than you need. And just another type of toothpaste. Okay, so always when I travel, I put my liquids inside of a bag in case they burst, that they will burst and hopefully be contained within that bag. So, other things. I have some extra bags. I bring extra bags. I have lots of bags. But I bring extra bags for dirty clothes so I can kind of separate them from my other clothes. I have a brush, toothbrush, deodorant, floss for my teeth, some Q-tips, lotion. This is nail clippers and things for my nails, a little Vicks, and definitely mosquito repellent. Okay, I got some that is an oil, but but I also have some that's more like a cream, and I don't know which will work better, but I'm bringing them both. Already talked, I'm gonna replace this guy with this one. And that's that side. This, again, plastic bags wrapping around my shoes, hopefully keeping my suitcase, but in case I need an extra plastic bag. So I have one extra pair of shoes. I live in Crocs, you guys know that. You gotta bring your most comfortable shoes, and can they clean somewhat easily. All right, so on this other side, what do I have here? I have something that I just found. I'm gonna probably condense, but this holds my toothbrush from getting messed up with maybe your hair, and has its own little container. I have suntan lotion and bug repellent. I have snacks for that time, but I'm not bringing too many. I'm just bringing enough for kind of the airport, and maybe one or two to stick in my bag. I plan on going to 7-Eleven to get snacks because that's a place to go, I hear. I also gave everybody one of these. This is the liquidless soap. I have extras if you need them, but I'm carrying those along. That's my 2 pair of shoes. And then on this side is my clothes. So I have all my undies and socks and all of that. I have a long sleeve kind of safari light jacket to cover up if I go into a religious site. That can also go down into long sleeves if I want. I have a rain jacket. Now maybe you don't like rain jackets and you would rather bring an umbrella, but just an FYI again, the 7-Eleven sells umbrellas, small umbrellas that can pack in. So this, either I'm getting a small umbrella or I'm carrying this on me in that little pack, my day pack. I have 4 pairs of, I do have 4 pairs of pants. And remember, I've got the pants that, I'll come closer. These are very lightweight, and they also zip off right here, and they can become shorts. So I don't need to bring an extra pair of shorts because 3 out of 4 of my pants convert into shorts if I need them. So 4 pair of pants, 1 that I'm wearing, the extra set that's in there. I have probably more pants than I need. 4 t-shirts. I definitely am gonna pick up some t-shirts over there, and I think that's it. So I'm gonna run through this list. Comfortable walking shoes, small towel, long and short sleeve shirts, yes, shorts that can convert, pants, socks and underwear, a sweatshirt or light jacket. I am bringing a light jacket on the plane, a fleece jacket. You probably see me wear it, that orange one. It gets cold on the plane, so you will, for sure on the long flight, have a pillow and a light blanket that's given to you. But I also have long sleeves, that light jacket that I can put on, and maybe you want to have a sweatshirt. What are you sleeping in? Pajamas? I usually sleep in just a t-shirt, my hat, a raincoat, sunglasses. Look, I have a watch. That's just in case your phone dies and you need to know what time it is. Reusable water bottle, small day pack. You saw mine. A quick dry towel. A patch. If you have tattoos, you need to cover them up when we go into religious places, so think about that. A power adapter. You really don't need a power adapter for Japan. I brought one just in case because it has some extra plugs if I want to plug everything in at one time, and it fits US/Japan, UK, Europe, all these different parts that it can do. Our documents, we just need our passports and a copy of our passports and everything. It says a copy of your prescription medicine. I showed you that. Then there's a list of toiletries. I don't know about you, I'm not a big makeup person, so I don't have all sorts, but I do have toothpaste, toothbrush, dental floss, the shampoo. You decide on conditioner. I'm not going to bring conditioner. This is my soap as well as my shampoo. Deodorant, definitely got that. Hairbrush and a comb, a nail care system, sunscreen, bug spray. I don't have extra contact lenses, but I do have a pair of sunglasses that are also prescription. So if I lose these guys, I can switch to my sunglasses. And then a list of medication, wet wipes, and then money. Have you gone and changed to out some dollars for yens? Do you have an ATM card? And a personal credit card. I'm using my Costco card. And then a pouch for storing all that in. You could use something like this or your day pack. It's up to you. So that's the list, and I'm gonna be done talking. I'll see you guys at the airport and ready for Japan. Awesome.